Hello, and welcome to Film Fanatics, the podcast where we talk to you about the latest and greatest news from current and future films. My name is Jacob Capel, the best podcast host of this podcast, and welcome everybody to episode 3. Now, I do apologize ahead of time. My voice may sound a little sick, and that's because I am sick. I've got a minor cold, but I'm still here to bring you guys this stuff every week. So you all, honest to God, should really be thanking me, because this cold is really getting annoying. And speaking of annoying things, let's get into what we're talking about this episode. We are going to be talking about series that have overstayed their welcome. Now, obviously, these are series that have gone on for too long, spawned too many sequels, and everyone has just been really annoyed with at this point. Like me with my cold. Now, obviously, this is, again, all coming from my own opinion, so if you guys disagree with me or anything, go right ahead. So let's get started right away with our first series, and that would be the Saw series. So now I'm guessing that a lot of you know about the Saw series and what it's all about. And basically what it's about is the same throughout every single movie. Some people get trapped and put in a maze or some crap like that, and they have to find a way out by going through a bunch of elaborate traps. And that same formula is used throughout every single movie. And I mean, at this point, I kind of believe that they've just run out of ideas. And they're also coming out with another one next year or the year after that, which, again, will have the same exact premise as all the other ones. I mean, honest to God, they need to stop making the Saw movies because they're just done. And now on to our next series, which I really didn't believe until I saw the 8th movie that these movies have overstayed their welcome, which then that would be the Fast and Furious movies. Now again, a lot of you probably know the premise of these movies, what they're all about, so I am not going to take time out of the episode to go ahead and explain them. Now, the reason why I believe that these movies have overstayed their welcome is because they could have ended it at the 7th movie. That scene at the end of Fast and Furious 7 where Dom and Brian go their separate ways in their cars. Brian goes off to live with his wife Mia and have their second child, and Dom goes off to live his life with Letty in Rio. That could have been their ending point. That could have been where they just stopped making the movies and been done. But obviously, since Vin Diesel had signed a contract to go on for another movie, they didn't stop. And they made the 8th movie. And then they're spawning 2 more sequels off of that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love these movies, and everyone else loves them. But I just believe that they could have ended it at the 7th movie and been completely done with the series. Now, like I had said in the last episode, the 8th movie was okay. It just didn't have as much of that heart that I was expecting it to have. And I just didn't have that same feeling that I did when I went to go and see 1 through 7. All in all, it's a great series, but I still personally believe that 7 could have ended it, and that would have been fine, and they would have never had to make an 8th movie. So we're going to take a brief break here to give a shout out to one of our sponsors, VideoCopilot.com, a website where you can find many excellent Adobe After Effects tutorials and extensions for your next great film. They have a wide range of tutorials, and their effects make your films look really awesome, so go check them out. So now on to our next series, which is the Final Destination series. The first, second, and third movie of all of these I personally enjoyed, but same as the Saw movies, they all had the same premise. A few people escape a life-threatening situation because one person has a vision of them all dying and helps them all escape. Then one by one, they all die in horrific ways. I mean, I do like these movies because of all the gore that they put in it, and especially since it's a really cool idea. But having 5 of them with the same idea and a 6th one on the way, that's a little too much. I mean, I basically feel like I'm watching 1,000 Ways to Die. And now, on to our 4th, which is the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Now, there are currently 4 Pirates of the Caribbean movies that are out, with the 5th one coming around sometime May 26th, I believe. Which this 5th one, everyone is calling Johnny Depp's way of getting money back from his divorce. I personally liked these movies up to the third one, and the fourth one was okay. And I am excited for the fifth one. I do want to go and see it and see how it does. But I still believe that these movies have overstayed their welcome. And I'm not the only one that believes this. I have heard other people say that these are movies that have overstayed their welcome. Each movie has a really nice idea to it. It's got a nice plot. And 2, 3, and 4 definitely had a really nice continuing plot, in my opinion. But these movies have still just gone on for too long. And I am kind of glad that the fifth one will be the last one. Now that is all the time that we have for today's episode, but I would also like to hear your guys' opinions. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? And if you agree with me, why? And if you disagree with me, why? What other series do you guys think have overstayed their welcome? Series that I haven't named off? And what's your reasons behind why you think they've overstayed their welcome? Just let me know in the comments below or shoot me an email at filmfanatics@gmail.com. So thank you everybody so much for watching, and tune in next week when, spoiler alert, I finally get over my cold, which will be so fantastic.